Recording in progress.
بنيابة عن إدارة شركة الأنوار للاستثمار، يسعدني على ترحيب كل من شاركنا في هذا اللقاء لاستعراض نتائج الشركة للنصف الأول من سنة 2022. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone who has participated in this meeting, in which we will be presenting the financial results for the first half of the year. We had allowed for another 5 minutes for everybody else to join us, but since 5 minutes are already elapsed, so we will start the presentation. And then we can have the questions and answers towards the end of the presentation. Before we proceed to the financial results, I would like to first quickly highlight our investments. Can you put the presentations? As you know, Anwar Investment has 4 subsidiaries: Anwar International Investment, Anwar Ta'aleem, Anwar Hospitality, and Anwar Investor, in which we have different strategies for each of these in the subsidiaries, and all 4 subsidiaries are 100% owned. We also have 8 associate companies in which we're significant shareholders in each and every one of them. Oman Chlorine, we are the largest shareholder. Al-Mah Ceramics, we're also the largest shareholder. Arabian Falcon, we're the 2nd largest shareholder. National Detergent, we're one of the largest shareholders. Voltamp Energy, we're also the largest shareholder. Arwad School, we're also the largest shareholder. National Biscuits, we're the 2nd largest shareholder. And Homer Cement, we're the 2nd largest shareholder. The total value of our associate is worth about 31.8 million riyals. In addition to that, we have a number of different investments which are classified as fair value through profit and loss or fair value through other income. The large investments that we have under this classification include the Dhofar International Development Investment Holding with a value of about 4 million riyals as of the last quarter. Bank Dhofar of 5.3 million. We also have 2.6 million Invest bonds as of the last quarter. And we have a small investment in India called Almonds, in which currently is valued around 1.2 billion Omani riyals. Next slide. As you can see that our portfolio is quite diversified. The top 3 investments, which include Oman Chlorine, Bank Dhofar, and National Detergent, constitute less than 40% of our total investments. These are some of these investments. Anwar was the founding shareholder. Some of the other investments we have entered at a later point in time, but we're active investors. We have active participation on the board of these companies. And as a result, we've been able to drive quite a lot of value in the past from these companies. Go to the next slide. If you look at the performance of our associate companies in 2022 versus 2021, you can note that the revenues of all our associate companies has improved, some more than others, but nonetheless, they've all improved. And this is as a result of a number of different factors, but primarily as a result of Oman's situation coming out of COVID. Businesses have improved for most of our companies. Now, unfortunately, not all of that has been reflected in terms of improved bottom lines. We can see that Al-Mah Ceramics and Oman Chlorine, their bottom line has improved substantially. On the other hand, we see some of the other companies, their bottom line has deteriorated. And again, this is as a result of a variety of different factors. If you look at Voltamp Energy, the increase in raw materials such as copper, electrical steel had an impact on the ability to generate profits from existing projects. If you look at National Detergent and National Biscuits, the increase in cost of raw materials also had an impact in terms of total margins. Now, we believe this is a cyclical factor. We've already seen that some of the raw material prices have decreased, and we've seen that some of these companies have been able to improve their revenues during the 3rd quarter of this year and improve profitability during the 3rd quarter of this year. And we believe that this trend is going to continue going forward. Hence, we're optimistic about the companies where we've seen profitability decline. We feel confident that as we go into next year, we will see improved results. In addition to that, we've seen some of our companies have been taking active action in order for them to grow their business going forward. As you have seen, Anwar Ceramics has made an acquisition of a plant in Sur. This plant is more than 3 times the size of Balmaha, and it can produce porcelain tiles, which is the future in this business. This is a plant that is expected to go into full production next year. Trial production has already started, and we expect full production to start next year. We've also seen Oman Chlorine's ability to turn around their subsidiaries in UAE and Qatar, and the expansion here in Oman, which has been successful. As a result, we've seen improved financial results. Arwad has recently partnered with Ellesmere College out of the UK. We're looking at bringing them as strong partners into the school. We believe that through that, we will not just share experience, but there's a lot of value addition that can be brought into Oman from what they're currently doing in the UK. As a result, we expect that the Arwad in the next couple of years, we will see improved financial results. Every single one of our companies is currently working on a long list of action plan in order to improve revenues, to improve profitability. And we believe that progress has been made in this area. And as a result, we feel very optimistic about their performance going forward. If you look at our financial results, you'll see that our share of profits from associate has improved in spite of decline in profits from many of our associate companies, but nonetheless, our share of profits has improved. On the other hand, the fair value assets, primarily DIDIC and our investment in India, we've seen that there's been a decline in value of these investments. Large majority of this is because of the decline in the price of DIDIC, which went down from around 240 Beza last year to currently trading around 140 Beza. Nonetheless, we believe that DIDIC is a good company. We've seen improvement in Bengofar, which is a substantial part of DIDIC's portfolio. We've also seen improvement in some of the other investment companies. As a result, we feel optimistic that the share price will improve with time. The interest income that we generate primarily from Home Invest Bond has also reduced, but this is because we have sold a large percentage of our bonds. We've been utilizing the proceeds from the sale of our bonds to invest in new investments. This has been successful so far. These new investments that we made during this year has been able to generate more than 30% return on investment so far. So as a result, the sale of Home Invest Bonds has improved our returns. We've also been actively trying to manage our costs in order to enhance shareholder value. If you look at the finance cost, that has reduced from 601 to 497. And this is in spite of increased borrowings. So we've been actively engaging our banks, and we've been trying to reduce our cost of borrowing as much as possible. We have a slide at the end of this presentation to show you what we've been able to achieve. In terms of admin expenses, this is something that we're currently actively managing. We only spend on what is absolutely necessary. Although you may see that admin expense has increased from last year, this is because during last year there was a gap in senior management. That gap has already been filled. But if you look at historically, the total admin expenses average around 200,000 riyals per year. So although we've been able to fill the gaps in senior management, we've still been able to reduce our total admin expenses versus the last 5 years. Our other expenses has increased slightly. This is because we had to hold an AGM this year, plus the additional cost of VAT had an impact on the total other expenses. Overall, our total expenses is something that we're actively monitoring, and we're trying to actively improve and reduce the total cost incurred by the company. In terms of bottom line, because of the reduction in prices of DDIC and almonds, we've not been able to generate a profit. However, if you look at, and we will show this on the next slide, we can see that during the second quarter of this year, the financial results have improved substantially from the first quarter, and we expect that during the third quarter and fourth quarter, we will see, inshallah, with God's support, to also increase. So if you look at the second quarter results versus the first quarter, you will see that we made a loss of 7,000 riyals in the second quarter versus the first quarter. And you'll see that we've made our fair value gains. So we made a gain of 907,000 riyals in the second quarter versus a loss of 384. And this is primarily due to the new investments that we're making through the year, which have done very well and continue to do very well as we stand today. Next slide. Our balance sheet is fairly straightforward. I already talked about the investment associates and investment through fair value. We also have an investment in a land that we're looking at developing into a hotel. We've completed all the designs and we kept the project right now on hold until the results improve. Go to the next slide. This is a slide on our ability to manage our borrowings. As you can see, we've increased our borrowing in order to deploy more investments in areas where we believe that will generate strong returns. And so far, we've been able to generate strong returns from these investments. At the same time, we've been able to reduce our total cost of borrowings. So our average cost of borrowing last year was 6.22%. Today it stands at 5.7%. This takes us to the end of our presentation. So now we will open up to question and answers. If anybody has any questions, please. Anybody has any questions? If not, then we will come to the end of our presentation. So maybe 1 or 2 more minutes if anybody has any questions. Since it doesn't seem that there's any questions, then we will close our meeting. But we would like to thank all our investors. We would like to thank also the market for giving us this opportunity to present our financial results. We believe that this has allowed further transparency and is a very good step by the market in order for us as publicly listed companies to interact with investors, with research analysts. And we're always available. If there's any question, please feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to answer that. Thank you very much, and I wish you a good day. Thank you.